Welcome to Collectivist, the global tech PR agency network for tech startups, scale-ups, unicorns, and global brand giants. We are a network of PR and communications agencies covering more than 20 countries from the US to the UK, EU, Eastern Europe, Asia Pacific, and LATAM regions. And this is what you need to know. My name is Gavin Loader, and this is Coffee with... My name is Gavin Loader, and I am having coffee with Simon from Influence Matters, who is our member agency for China and Indonesia.
Hello. I don't have my coffee. My coffee
Oh,
was...
you need your coffee. You have to have your coffee. This is a coffee with interview. We're going to power through our 10 questions, and maybe you could start by giving us an overview of the agency. What would be your elevator pitch, or what would you tell a new prospect? How would you describe the business?
All right, so very simply put, Influence Matters is a B2B tech-focused agency in China, mostly, specialized in inbound communication. So we work mostly for foreign companies in China, right. Startups, scale-ups, SMBs, all the way up to unicorns. We don't work for big companies, usually companies that are experiencing fast growth in China. And we run all of their communication strategy and execution. And since last year, we've expanded to Southeast Asia through an office in Indonesia, where we're now bringing that model, been working well for us for 10 years in China, to the rest of the region.
The clients that you mentioned, you've sort of suggested a couple of times that you quite like startups and scale-ups, companies that are growing really, really quickly. But do you find yourself attracted to certain types of technology, i.e., for example, AI or big data, or do you find that just changes as the years roll on, that you get groups of companies?
It's a good question, actually, because I'm attracted to technology at the core of technology, which is innovation. I have a passion for semiconductor and semiconductor PR. Right. And once you have a passion for semiconductor and anything that's related to semiconductor, you ride every single wave of technology. So we were talking about AI 8 years ago already. But we were talking about digital radars for the automotive industry, 20 years ago. And this is something that we're doing a lot of right now. So we do ride every single wave with one constant is we're always at and I say we because my team is exactly the same. We hire people on that model that are computer scientists or engineers. We like to understand what is being invented right now. So we can work on technology that's not going to be in products before, let's say, the iPhone 27, right? So our clients are working on things that are going to be in the iPhone in 20 years, not tomorrow, not today. So yeah, that's the constant.
The team you mentioned, you made a really cool point there that they are mostly, and by the sounds of it, computer engineers and computer scientists rather than traditional PR people. So is that a conscious decision for you that you need a team of people that really, really understand what sounds to me like quite deep tech?
So, and it's a feature too, right? We want to bring to our clients, and it's the one of the premises of having started this agency. It was when we wanted to work with smaller companies because we wanted to work with the people that invent the technology, and those are engineers. Those are not, the business manager or the CMO at Microsoft. They don't understand what their product actually does and how it actually works. Those who do are the engineers. And in the startup, scale-ups, all the way up to unicorn still, the person who invented the technology is usually at the top and is going to be your counterpart. And if you can't talk, processors with them, if you can't talk benefits of a product from that company for the engineer that's going to be using that product, then you can't really communicate on their product. So it is a feature that we spend a lot of time understanding what our clients do. Now, to do that, not everyone needs to be an engineer. I am not an engineer, certainly not. I'm a trained business person, like any random business school graduate. Yeah. But we tend to attract people who are really interested in technology, and a lot of those are actually trained computer scientists, engineers that don't want to go into product development and prefer to talk about the product. They're just good communicators, so they learn the PR skills, the communication skills on the job with us, because that other skill, learning how to develop a semiconductor or how to program an algorithm is not something that you learn on the job.
Sure. So that was Coffee with
already
from Influence Matters. We're done. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question, Gavin.